Brett, people are probably saying, it's the end of the year. How are you still finding athletes? He's a professional. That's all I can say. This guy is a pro. Do we have a theme today,
I'm
Brett?
getting out there, getting my hands dirty.
That's right.
You know, it's this time of year where the playoffs are going on, right? You see NHL, NBA, you see Liberty Baseball in the playoffs, the track and field going to nationals. So I'm thinking about these playoff performers. It may not be a clutch moment, but those who at the end of the season can bring their game up to another level and hit a higher standard.
I like it. All right, so let's start with Warm. Who's your pick?
Ayanna Johnson, long jumper. This is a senior. She's had a rough go. She's had injuries during her time here. Great moment for her and her coach, just kind of, you know, that senior day kind of feel. And since that point, that was the day she really started to go off. I think it's one of those moments where you're like, wow, I'm hitting the end. Like, this is getting to be the last couple months, weeks of my senior career. I need to make something happen. And she did. She broke a 38-year-old record, which is crazy to think about. Now she is the first Lady Flame to go to nationals in the long jump. Can you think about that? Ever.
Wow.
And that's crazy. Like, Liberty, the success that they've had, and she's the first one to go as a Lady Flame in the long jump. Good for her. Best of luck in Eugene.
Have fun in Eugene. All right, from Warm we go to Hot. Who's your pick?
All right, these are a couple guys on the golf team that are just, I would say, staples, building blocks, and it seems like at the right times they can bring their game up, and that's Kieran, Vincent, and Jonathan Yaun.
Definitely.
These two guys named to the Ping East Region team. Vincent, during his time here, or this year that is, a 71.36 stroke average, led the Flames at Nationals, leaves as the all-time leader in stroke average, has great hair. This is a guy that, you always have to mention that, I think, when you're talking about Kieran. Jonathan's one of those guys, too, a little bit different style than Kieran. He's not as flashy, I would say, but he's your staple. He's a guy that you know in your lineup is going to bring you results. He loves Liberty golf. You talk to him, he wants to talk about golf all the time. There's nothing else in life to him but golf. Good for him. And it's hard to believe these guys have been here for 3 years. Like, you think about it, pre-COVID, these were staples of the program, and they still are to this day. Best of luck to Kieran as he moves on as well from Liberty University.
All right, finally in Fuego, Rhett, your in Fuego person this week is who?
It's Hillier, the sophomore. You needed him to come up big in that game against Eastern Kentucky, and he did just that. In a little bit of a slump leading into that game, but then he comes away with 2 bombs. Starts off with a solo shot. You needed that. You were down 3-0.
That's right.
Things were like, oh, offensively, have the bats just gone quiet? Not the case. Then a 3-run bomb. Basically, the exact same spot in the ballpark. That was enough for him, though, on this day. No more home runs, but his hustle plays. He was getting on base. He had 4 runs scored. Logan Matthew had a grand slam. He was on base for that. And sometimes you just need an unlikely character in the playoffs to give you a little bit of a spark. Hillier did that for the Flames on that day.